Not the time, Joy-Con. I'm busy. I actually could... What? Why did it stop? Alright folks, I'm back with another episode of Kirby Fighters 2 to begin episode number 132 of the series. Last adventure, we recently just went through the last 4 levels of Chapter 5, and I actually got one-shotted in 448 because apparently the Yo-Yo Kirby grabbed me, and then the other one threw a bomber at me and killed me in one hit, which was really embarrassing that that happened, but we were able to make it all the way through to the final floor of the game. Well, of the final chapter, that is, but that's not the point. The point is that I was going to save that for the finale when we get back over to this game one last time, but I'll mention more on that later. For now, for this video, let's go ahead and get back into battle mode once more, and I'm going to actually change things a bit by actually implementing a couple things. First, I need to get rid of the ghost thing, because I think I've been noticing lately that that thing has been enabled the last couple times, and it's a bit cliche to do that. Anyway, as for who I'm going to use today, let's actually go with Magolor for a change. I want to try something a little different, and I felt that this would be a good way of, segueing this whole thing, if that makes any sense. And we'll go with this ability setup, and we'll actually head over to a stage that I hadn't played in a long while, and do Castle Lololo, which is a bit unusual since I don't usually go over to this level a lot, but, I mean, hey, you gotta try at least something different. Alright, Magolor, let's go. Start. Oh my lord, they got obliterated! Oh. It really sucks to me that you cannot, I actually got it before you. Bro thought he can get the best of me. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. It really does kind of suck that you cannot gain access to, oh my god, what was I going to say? There was something I was going to say earlier, and now I don't remember what I was going to spit out. I'm sure it'll come back to me later. Alright guys, well, we're gonna head back into single-handed mode again, because as you may expect, not the low battery thing again. Well, anyway, we're heading back into single-handed mode again because we only have 4 abilities and 1 dream character left to go over in this mode. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, I'm very scared to use these as the final test for the game. Because personally, I got no exact clue what's going to happen when I use these abilities and the last dream character. Because if you remember from last time, I did horrendously horrible with water in the last episode when I went through this. Since I got the only pathetic medal that I'm going to decide to keep for the sake of this series. Because I don't want to go through the insanity of trying to get, a bronze if it was going to take that long. I might improve this later in the future, but I got no clue when that's going to happen, so I don't want to jump to conclusions. Anyway, as for what I'm going to be using for today's episode, I went through this mode with King Dedede, Meta Knight, Magolor, and Gooey, and it turns out that the only dream character that I did not use is, ironically, the first one that you gain access to at the beginning of the game, Bandana Waddle Dee. This is the only character I have not used in very hard difficulty up to this point, which is kind of ironic and kind of poetic, considering that he's the first character you gain access to. So I think it's a cool full circle kind of moment that I'm going to be using him for this video in very hard difficulty, seeing as he's the only Dream Friend I hadn't used up to this point. Since I used Genie first, and then Meta Knight, then Magolor, and Gooey in that respective order. So I think this is a cool full circle kind of moment that I'm using Bandana Waddle Dee for this video, and using him in very hard difficulty. Now, am I going to perform as good as those four? I got no clue, but this is going to determine how well I perform here, so let's just see how this goes. First up is the Destroying Sword. This is going to be interesting. Because I think the only time I've ever gotten a Platinum was only with Magolor, I believe. I could be mistaken, but let's see how this goes. And then, of course, I miss. Okay, I didn't realize he was going to do that. That threw me off. I will gladly take that, thank you very much. Gosh darn it! I missed a grab. Let me attack you! Thank you! Jesus! Dude, making me spend like 20 seconds to not hit him. Yeah, at least I finally got him. Moving on to the Supreme Gooey. Alright, so we gotta say it's a Gooey to deal with. See how this goes. Gosh darn it! I was way too late. Okay, so not the attacking type, eh? Gosh, freaking dang it! I was just about to hit him with the bomber, and then of course I missed. Okay, thank you for getting me out of that chaos. Okay, I was about to kill him because he kept on damaging me, but apparently Lololo got it for me. Okay, thanks, I guess. I was gonna go get him myself, but thank you, I suppose. Okay, next up is the Destroying Hammer and the Ballistic Water. Crap. Okay, water's gonna be a problem. Hammer I'm not too scared about, it's water that I'm afraid of. Because if you see my previous playthrough with that ability, I did horrendously horrible, but apparently when the opponents use it, they're gods at it. Which is kind of a bit unfair, if I might add. Apparently they don't realize that there's a third guard with that attack. Gosh darn it, son. I'm gonna risk it anyways. Man! I'll take that, I guess. Wait, did I get hit by that? What was happening there? Let me just take care of the hammer, Kirby, because... Let's get this... Bro, what are you doing? Wow, that guy was an idiot. He legit ran straight into that bomb, and then it actually made him completely distracted enough to get hit by that second bomb and killed by it. Wow, what an idiot. He legit got greedy, man. I was kind of scared there, too, because I thought I got hit there, but thanks to that guard, I was able to get past it, so thank God for that. Okay, next up is the Legendary Beetle and the Undefeatable Gooey. Alright, so we got Gooey and a Beetle Kirby to deal with. Okay, this should be interesting. And gosh darn it, of course I get hit by the lava. You don't get enough time to get out of there. Son of a biscuit. Oh my god. Gosh darn it, I got greedy. Okay, that helps, I guess, to an extent. Not too much, but still. Oh, crap, they got it first. Okay, at least I guarded it. Alright. Are you kidding me? I didn't get rid of Gooey! Okay, never mind, that got rid of him. Okay, that works. Not the intended way I was trying to beat that guy, but some way that worked. Okay, sure. That works. Up next is the ominous Magolor. Magolor next? Okay, that might be a bit of an issue, because Magolor is a bit of a tough one to deal with in this mode, so... Let's see how this goes. Alright, Magolor, bring it on. And then immediately he just smacks me before I'm able to do anything. I can only hope that Magolor is not my last opponent to battle against when I get over to the last round later. If he is, I'm pretty much screwed. But something is telling me that he's going to be probably the last opponent that I'll battle against. I don't know what is telling me that, but I bet you that he's going to be the last one that I go up against. Along with something crazy like Parasol and frickin' Hammer. I doubt that that's going to be the case, but still. Who's that bomb for? Okay, that was really questionable. Okay, I guess thank you for getting me into that health recovery item. I'll take that. There we go! Okay, that took a little while, but I got him. That immediately took a little longer than it should, but I was able to beat him, so... It took a minute, so whatever. Alright, up next is the undefeatable Archer and the legendary Archer. Again with these two Archers? Come on, man! Ain't that the third time that I had to deal with these freaking things? Oh, Jesus. Okay, I need to have S-tier luck to get through this battle. Please, Bandana, please. The problem is you're dealing with two of them at the same time! And then, of course, I immediately just smack into a wall because of it. Okay, that helped me to an extent a little bit, but not too much. Okay, screw it. I'm just gonna use this. Come on, bro. I was just about to throw this at him. And then, of course, it misses, because of course. Okay, at least I got this. They got most of the health recovery items, and I'm pissed. Wow, I got obliterated. I tried to hit them with the down thrusting move, but I couldn't do it. They kept on interrupting me with their archer attacks. You see why I hate battling against these twin archers? They have so much versatility with their attacks that it's almost impossible to beat them. Like, you can't beat them, but you need to have luck against them, which is not fun. Seriously, it's not fun to deal with these guys. I will stand by that to the day I die. Like, anyone that says that these twin archers are easy to deal with is clearly lying to me. Okay, that kind of helps, I guess. Woo, that was a close call. I actually got it. Thank God for luck, man. Whew. Dude, what are you doing just standing next to it? Are you dumb? Oh, you're done, dude. You are so done. Justice served! And I almost got killed too, but that doesn't matter. I still managed to get through the battle regardless, so that's all I care about. Whew! A damn close call. I almost died in that battle a second time. That would have been really embarrassing if I died a second time, but thank goodness I was able to pull through. Phew. Okay, up next is the Destroying Bomb and the Dangerous Yo-Yo. Okay, that's kind of a brutal combination. The last time I went against this combo, I died in one hit. So it's kind of ironic that I'm dealing with this one now. Brom. Also, I wasn't expecting we were going to do it on this level. That actually kind of threw me off a little bit. I mean, not that I'm complaining, it's a cool stage, but this was the last level that I was expecting. I'm getting that before anyone gets it. And then I just drop it. Okay. I don't get that. You completely missed me, bruh. Okay, except that attack. That one actually got me. Oh, that was a Goro? Oh, I thought that was a mic for a second. I was confused. Yeah, I think it was best to let that Yo-Yo Kirby die because otherwise that bomb was gonna be really annoying for me. So that was actually a smart move that I just let the Yo-Yo Kirby kill itself. Now the issue is, how the hell am I going to beat this guy now? That was really risky. I don't think I've ever heard the extended version of this theme. Actually, thank God I did that because that soda drink was right there. I could have just gone toward it, but I didn't want to risk it because I felt like he was going to grab it first. So, thank God I didn't take that risk, or otherwise I would have been in real trouble there. Okay, next up is the legendary sword, the ballistic staff, and the hardened GUI. Okay, so Magloire isn't my last opponent on this one. Okay. I somehow proved myself wrong on that. Alright. This one shouldn't be too hard to manage, since GUI's at least a bit more manageable to me compared to Magloire personally. Come on, dude, I was nowhere close to you. Freaking girl. And then, of course, I get sword sliced. Okay, to begin with, you were facing the incorrect direction. I give you props for dodging that attack, Bandana, but you were not in the right position, dude. What the heck are you doing? I got no idea what the heck happened there, dude. I got no idea what the heck is going on here. Okay, well, what happened was that I died. But what the heck was going on there, dude? There was just so much happening on the screen that it was impossible for me to tell what the hell was going on. What the heck was going on there, dude? That was some nonsense. Okay, we're gonna try this again. That didn't turn out as well as I thought. We're gonna do better this time. Hopefully. I could have just let them get hit by the attack, but I kind of decided not to do it anyways. Okay, well, that's your own fault for making me fall into your trap. Gosh darn it! There we go. Got rid of the staff Kirby at least, so we got rid of that massive threat. So now we just got GUI left to deal with. Not the time, Joy-Con. I'm busy. I actually could. What? Why did it stop? Not the time, Joy-Con. I'm busy. I actually could. What? Why did it stop? Thank God I guarded there. I was really scared that I was going to actually get hit by the bomber, to be honest, so that's why I guarded. But at the same time, I didn't take into account that that spring camp was about to hit me, so... Phew! Thank God I got lucky there, or otherwise I would have died. Okay, finally a Shadow Kirby with the staff ability. Which makes the question, how come is Spear not in this game? Can I just point that out? Why is Spear not in this game? It would have been cool if this ability was in this game. Come on, guys. Okay, bring it on, Shadow Kirby. I'm ready for you. Not so fast. I really wish that Spear was in this game so that Bandana Wildly can actually battle against Spear properly as a battler. That would have made a lot more sense. I'm just saying. Ow! Wait, can you do the gravity technique when Bandana? I don't think you can, to be honest. Oh, you can! But it's a little bit tougher with Bandana because the hitbox is way smaller. So it's possible, but his is a little bit tougher because the hitbox is way smaller, so you actually have to be a little bit closer to him in order for this to work. Again, it's a bit of a cheat move to do this, but honestly, kind of saves the trouble a little bit, so... Gosh darn it! Well, it doesn't matter, he's gonna die anyway, so... Told y'all! I told y'all! What did I just say? What did I just say? Bam! I told y'all he was gonna die. What did I just say? Okay, so shockingly I did a lot better with Bandana than I was expecting. I thought I was gonna actually screw up there a little bit, but okay, overall not bad. I got a silver for my troubles, so that's not bad. I could have done that a little bit faster, but it's okay. Silver's good enough by me. I'm probably gonna improve this later, but okay. Overall, I ended on a high note for the Dream Friends. I mean, it's not a gold, but it's something. We got 13,000 points for that, though, which is not bad. I still can't believe you need to have 3 million points just to get over to the next rank. Like, that's bonkers, even by my standards. Like, I get why, because, you know, we're building up to the next big rewards later, but that's nuts. Okay, so overall, not too bad. I could have done better, but it's okay. A silver's good enough for me. Alright, y'all. Well, with that, I'm going to wrap up this episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I need to come back to you guys in another episode once I do a lot more grinding off screen, because, oh boy, you need to have at least 3 million to get to the next joint. And already I can tell that you probably need to have a lot more grinding than you usually would to get over to that point. So I'm going to need to do a lot more grinding off screen in order for this to work. But I'll see how I can make that work. But in any case, guys, I'll wrap up this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. When we come back for the next episode, this is going to be the final countdown. It's on to the last 4 abilities that I've not done yet with very hard difficulties. Now, which one am I going to do for the next episode? I got no exact clue, but I'm torn between either Beam or Parasol for the next episode. I don't know which of those two I'm going to do, but I do know for sure that I'm going to save Hammer and Beetle for the last. So, that is why I know it for a fact. But I don't know if I want to do the next one with Parasol or Beam. Those are the two that I'm torn between. So, let me think about it, and I'll let you guys know what I decided to do or come up with once that final episode gets released. But in any case, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next time when we come back for the next episode to tackle through some more of this game and get back into single-handed mode again with the next one. So, I'll see you guys later. So, until next time, guys, bye.